Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's 5:51 here on the West Coast. It's February 11th, and let's look at some pre-market action. So futures here, top left, have rebounded off of yesterday's dip buying opportunity in the morning, pushing higher. Could be up here in the SPY range. That's not going to show pre-market, but SPY is sitting around 391 right now, so could threaten all-time highs today if we get some continued strength, some more news out from the Biden administration or Janet Yellen. She did talk again about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, which Bitcoin is up today. We'll get to that in a second, but we'll start with the pot stocks, marijuana industry. Huge gap up again. So these five, Aphria, ACB, Tilray, ZYNE, Sundial, all marijuana stocks, big gap ups from yesterday. But around 5:15, they started selling off really hard, right? And just recently, about 5 minutes ago, looks like they might have found a bottom here. Maybe not ZYNE, but finding a bottom, something to bounce off of. I couldn't really find any news to justify the big quick drop, other than a Barron's article came out, about 20 minutes ago, talking, basically relating all these pot stocks to the GameStop frenzy from Wall Street Bets, saying it's not going to end well, but there is actually positive news. And then basically just relating GameStop to Tilray, as Tilray is heavily shorted, has been. And I was wrong in my video yesterday where I said Tilray had been shorted on its long-term chart. A guy in the comments let me know that was incorrect. It has not been split. I mean, not shorted, but split in the past. So this was a natural run. So $3 to $2.43. So the basically a 99% decline. It had nothing to do with the split. It was just sold off. So stock is heavily shorted. So you could get this massive rebound effect here in the future. As you can see, volume is way higher than it was back in 2018. So we'll look to see if that can continue as it. Look at Tilray first. So pre-market got the spike right after the close yesterday, stayed up high, and then right, like I said, around 5:15 this morning, got heavy, sitting around its moving averages, kind of dropped like a rock. So Tilray's actually could be opening red here if we don't get a bounce. Aphria, who Tilray will eventually be merging with. Right, so they're sitting right about its open price now. So we'll see if we can get back green pre-market as 6 a.m. buyers come in. And then ACB, which has earnings after hours, it is positive in the green right now by 30 cents. But see if it just ping this 1950 area, the 209 are about to touch. So see if it can get strength to move higher up in here, or if it's going to sell off that point. ZYNE, similar, it's down in the red now. See if it can get back up to this $8.25 area, or if we'll move sideways right now. And then Sundial was a big, it's been a big stock in chat rooms and on Twitter. It's been on a tear, obviously, the last little bit. Oh, that's weekly, it's going to be too much. But, 14 cents back in November. Now, well, closed yesterday at $2.95, but hit $4.80. So, what is that? 30 times your money in about 3 months. Crazy amount of shares, 2.5 billion shares traded yesterday. Just ripped in the afternoon, up 50%. After hours, and then first thing this morning, selling off in 3.6. Looks like that might be support zone as the aftermarket put in some volume for resistance in the 3.5s, upper 3.4s area. So we got a bounce. Maybe see if we can get back above that $4 range and see if we can keep cranking up. And then let's go to Bitcoin. Just see the futures real quick. I know this isn't total, just on the 5-minute here. So Bitcoin futures did touch a new high. I'll have to check Coinbase to see if the main price did, but if it's that high, it probably did. And looks like we're steady upstreaming right now, going into the open. Let's check the hourly just to see it better. Right, so pullback yesterday, first thing in the morning, big old cup, broke the new all-time high. Maybe it'll pull back a little bit, make the handle move higher. And then, so obviously with those, you have your classic names moving with it. Mara, back up high 39s. If we go back just a week to see its high, so 41 first thing Tuesday morning. So we'll see if we can get above 40 and take that out today. Riot was up and moving as well, already higher than it was Tuesday, 43, a little bit bigger move. I don't think there's any other news with it, but or they do have some news with it. Achieves milestone of 1 EH per second in hash rate capacity with receipt and deployment of 2002 S19 Pro antminers. So I have to look that all that stuff up, how efficient that is and how it relates to the other people in their segment. But obviously the news is accepting it well, as you can see here. And all that came out 10 minutes ago, kind of spiked sideways, but the move on Bitcoin still hasn't pulled back any farther. It's holding the 9. And then a stock that I've been watching recently and was shorting yesterday morning was MVIS Microvision. They do LiDAR tech, but they put out some PR this morning, or excuse me, yesterday after the close, and then a couple stuff this morning. But basically, they announced that they have the necessary supplies and equipment to do their A-sample long-range LiDAR sensors by April. So they're on track for what they've been talking about in their quarterly guidance. So, but the last couple days we've had this big spike pullback. That was on Monday. Similar chart on Tuesday, ripped on the open and sold off. And then yesterday, kind of the opposite, just rolled over in the morning. As soon as this candle couldn't get above the 22 and the 50, I entered to get short and played it down lower. And then as the whole market was selling off yesterday, it basically followed course. So got the bounce, kind of came higher. Honestly wasn't very strong in the afternoon. Still couldn't break that 50, and then sold off for the rest of the day. But they put that news out right after the close, and then you see from 14.22 basically up 50%, and then kind of sideways here pre-market right now. Pretty tight consolidation between 19 and 20 and a half, looking to maybe go a little higher, see if it holds 20 right here as we get to 6 o'clock. So buyers are going to come in right now and see how it does in the open. But this is new highs for it, right? So just chart's taking off like a rocket in the last year, as its laser tech will be very applicable to the EV automated cars, automated driving cars. So that's what I got for you this morning. Be looking at all the marijuana stocks again today. My eyes will be on MVIS, some Bitcoin plays, see if it keeps running. Let me know what you're looking at in the comments. If you got something out of this, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. God damn.